All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. So I had a little extra time today, and so I wanted to get some practice. And I tried doing a practice last night, and it was awful. Awful, 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 awful. How much more painful can I make it sound? Awful. She wouldn't do, I couldn't make her do what I wanted her to do, and she was fighting me the whole way, and it was just, I couldn't get anything done right. Couldn't figure out how to operate the nav radios, couldn't figure out how to do a VOR, just everything was horrible, awful. Anyway, so kind of getting my head around it a little bit better today, and I'm not screaming and cussing and dropping F-bombs. So I've set up a flight in here without having to resort to using the world map out there, and although that's an easy way to do it too. So started out a flight in Colorado Springs, and I'm going to take us up to Kappa, which is Centennial Airport, and added in some waypoints and set us up for an ILS on 35 right and filed it. And I don't know that this is working at all, the send route to avionics. It wasn't working at all last night, and I really can't expect it to work today. I don't. But I'm not so unfamiliar with the MCDU that I can't get us off the ground. Okay, so this is the route that I've set us up for. So to take off from Colorado Springs, and near my home airport where I always fly out of in this game, in the simulator, I know this waypoint by heart, which is 80 ANE. Use this waypoint a lot. So, and then my first VOR cross countries, VOR to VOR training, always to HGO. So for the first year, pretty much learning how to fly, taking the training wheels off, and my very first cross country is always just back and forth between here and K-Fly. Just learn how to drive down the street, turn around, come back home. Fly down the street, turn around. So that one I know by heart. All right, a couple others once I started being adventurous and moving out. LUFSE. Okay. And this one over here, Ho-Hum. And that should line us up, put us in a good spot to hit ILS 35 right at Centennial. Then if things go well to here, then we'll just do another quick short one and just fly over here to, well, there's Buckley, but Denver International is just right around the corner. So let's see how this goes. She wasn't even responding to my request to change altitudes last night. That's how bad it was. Couldn't even make the thing change altitude. Quite sad.
Colorado Springs Tower, Kin Juliet X-ray 509er, ready for departure, runway 17 LIFR to Centennial. Kin Juliet X-ray 509er, altimeter 29er, 9er 2, cleared for takeoff runway 17L.
Okay, another tool that I use.
Takeoff runway 17L, Kin Juliet X-ray 509er.
Seems like she's lagging a little bit. I did clear the cache and move the cache, so it could be, loading Colorado Springs back in and all that. All right, so one of the other tools that I use is... Let me try to get to the screen. Sky Vector. You'll only be here a minute. Okay. So it's a free website, and absolutely Love it. Let's see if I can raise this up. Quickly just set the flight plan up in here. I don't really even need to set the full thing up. I just really want to see where we're at. Okay, so we're going out to Adane and then Hugo. So we're coming out this way. And there's Quail, there's Lufsa. And here's Ho Hum. All right. So what I want to do is, as we're flying out there, it'll be in setup. We'll set it up this way in the MCDU, it's maybe. And then I want to get this frequency dialed into the VOR. And then once we hit that point, maybe latch onto another VOR over here somewhere. I don't want to be too ambitious. But anyway, this is where what I'll be using also for, you know, finding frequencies and such. Airport charts. Although I didn't look to see if Kappa pulled me up a chart. What I mean by that is my arrival, as I get to runway 35 right at Kappa, did it end up giving me the chart for it? No, all I'm seeing is Colorado Springs. Oh. Okay, so in this case, the EFB, as far as I can tell, like, it's not giving me the information I need for this runway. So I'll come into here and pull it up. And what I'm looking for here is, we're looking for the G-Dog waypoint at 8,000 feet. And that's where we can engage our approach. Okay. So let's see if it actually put it into the computer. I don't think it did. No. Nope. Nope. And even if you come into the EFB at this point and hit send to avionics, that doesn't do anything. I wonder what happens if we load it and save it. I'm trying to load it now. Nothing. All right, so we have no choice but to try to do it manually. Okay, so from KCOS to Kappa. Flight level, whatever, 32HLM, whatever. 100. I don't know what we're supposed to use, but I'm just gonna listen to what somebody else said at the moment. And I only want to do like 12,000 feet. Okay. All right, let me go back. So taking out from here, departure. I'm not sure what offset means. I need to find another teacher. And none. Okay. But I want to add a waypoint. Next waypoint. Would be the A&E. Please work. Yes. Temporary flight plan exists. What are you telling me? Insert. Okay. Well, it's right. Goes from KCOS to Dane, then HGO. It's probably an easier way to do this. Insert. Then LUFSA. LUFSE. Oops, that's out of order. And I don't know how to now put that one on top of that one. Just clear this one. Up to Dane. HGO. Dane. LUFSA. Correct. And then after LUFSA HOHUM, HOHUM, and input that one. Insert. So KOS, Adane, Hugo, LUFSA, HOHUM. That is correct. All right, now let me clear the discontinuity. KCOS to Adane, Hugo, LUFSA, HOHUM. Then the Kappa, clear this discontinuity. And now we have to set up the arrival. LS35 right. None. Okay. On the Hugo left HOHUM. 15,000 feet, huh? Discontinuity. We'll clear that. Burpee G-Dog. This is the one we were looking for. G-Dog, 8,000 feet. And that's where we can hit our approach. If everything goes right to that point. Okay. Now, I said I wanted to... What I couldn't figure out last night was getting the ILS put in. And it ended up being much sillier than I thought. I'm so stupid. Okay, right up here, I was trying to enter the HGO frequency, right? And I couldn't figure out how to do it. Felt awful dumb. And the frequency for HGO is 112.1, right? So in the previous iteration of Airbus 320, all I had to do is go 112.1 and then hit this button up here. Right? And that's all I needed to do. And it would populate in the VOR ID. But no. No. But then I kind of this today sat and looked at it for a minute and realized it's got a /. So I thought, okay, well, let's just type in the name, the identifier, HGO, and click the VOR. Well, look at that. HGO, and it populates the frequency 1121. All right, so now to got our flight plan. Switch that over, come out a bit. Yeah, it's going to do this interesting circle here, isn't it, after takeoff? So we take off. No. I wish you could keep your... I wish your MCDU could sit. Wish you could move your MCDU and have it sit where you want it. I would love to have the MCDU sit right here next to this thing. Because, you know, in an aircraft, sure, you can put your hand down here and get thing here and then look up here, and but you're supposed to be looking at these two things at the exact same time. Because I need to know which button to push. So let me go down. Up is down, down is up. Oh, let me go back to flight plan. Okay. Donna. You go. Left some. Ho hum. When we hit ho hum, we do like a DME art kind of thing. And that takes us to G-Dog, 8,000 feet. And 35 right. Oh, I should add a different point in there. I should add Drake in there. That's kind of an abrupt turn back to Adane. Adon. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me add another waypoint in here, and that's Drake. So after takeoff, wait, which one? Number 1 to see what happens. If it doesn't take us off to the other side of the world. Discontinuity. Yep, that's what I wanted. See how now when we come off the runway, you can acquire here, head down here to Drake without having to do an abrupt shift. Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't know what they want us to go up to. Let's see here. Let's set for 12. Dun, 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 dun. It's a clear day. Good. Okay. All right, here we go. We don't have, I'm not using Bush Talk Radio for this practice or anything like that, so normally when I have that set up and running, I have all the other sounds really low because, you know, you want the audio tour to be the star. Oh, come on, I just wanted sound. Oh, please tell me I didn't stupidly click the wrong thing.
Colorado Springs Tower, Kin Juliet, Juliet X-ray 509er, ready for
oh no,
departure runway 17L.
Did I just blow out everything I just did by clicking the wrong thing? Oh, you're kidding me. I did. Holy crap, man. All I wanted to do was change the sound, and I clicked the wrong thing. Oh my goodness. Well, thankfully, I kind of have this one in memory. I am so sorry. I know this is a practice, but if you're watching, you know, I don't want to waste your time. And I just did, in a big way. Gads, Captain. Well, nothing like practice. Do, Drake. Okay. All right, back to the nav radio. Nope. Okay. And we'll set it to 090. Okay. ILS frequency of the place we're going is 1113. And hopefully it'll populate its IAPA. Let's try that. IAPA /1113. See if that's the proper format. No, format error. You have to put the dash in there. I-APA. You don't know. Do we even have a dash? We don't have a dash. Yeah, we do. No. Yeah. Format error. Well, I'll just leave it right there. 1113. All right, let me try not to screw up anything now. But I may have, because now I see the flight plan shooting us way up north. What did I do wrong there? Okay, Colorado Springs to Drake. I see, it's just being curvy. It's feeling groovy today. COS, Drake, non-Lefsa. No. All right. All right, no fiddling around with anything else. Get the altitude set. I'm in a rotation speed. There's 120, 140. You're up. Probably maybe a little soon for gear and flaps, but let's do it. All right. Autopilot. Engage the altitude. Engage the auto throttle. Put this thing into climb. Don't know that it is. Following the autopilot route. It's not solid. Go direct to Drake. All right. The plane she is turning, sir. Yeah, and I didn't mess around with any of this stuff over here. New, that's all still new to me. Just getting this stuff right first. Okay, so we got a solid green line now. We're on Drake. Climbing below 250. We should be below 250. We're not in auto throttle then, right? Auto throttle range. It should put us back down under 250. Well, we're over 10,000 feet. So we're okay. Let's turn auto throttle on here. That'd help. Really? Put that on HG. We don't need to be going that fast. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now I wanted to see if we got the HGO VOR and capture it. Yep, there it is. VOR 1 Hugo 45.8, and we are on pretty much the 90 radial. Let's come back down here. Oh, no, well, it is. So we've dialed in the 90. So it's actually up here. It's on the 60. Yeah, clear, clear, clear. Now it's on the, looks like it's on the 80. Shoot for 70. Closer. So currently it should still be following the plan, but now I can do a heading. A manual heading. Let's still chase let's find out what it is. Let me chase it this way and set my course to 45 to intercept. So I'm trying to intercept this blue line to make it a solid blue line. Get the arrow straight. Okay, we're moving in on it. Oh, still going back the wrong way. Sorry, oops. $31 miles. Okay, so yep, 070 070. Okay, good. We're so got my head around that again and got that working again. Now I haven't tried setting up VOR2. Let's see. Try to find one out here. The Falcon is 1163. Cool. FQF. All right, and from FQF I want the 230. No, I want 197. The 197 radial. So now let's turn this on. No. Yes, no. Well, I see it. Saying that one is it. Yeah. All right, so 18 miles to HGO. And then from there, we're flying 297. We're setting 290, or radial. We can fly radial 297 to Lufsa. Sorry about the loud noise. You get really far away for it to be quiet. I think Colorado is an ideal place in the real world, I would imagine. I imagine doing this for real, and I would say I would want to train here, because most of your flights are always they're directing traffic out east this way, and as you can see out here in Colorado, from Colorado Springs outward, it's just this lovely, lovely, lovely rolling plain. So if you're gonna go down, you have lots of great options. Right? It is, even as we start turning and making our way north and west back towards Denver, still lots of great places. And you don't have to worry about, you know, killing a whole bunch of people on the ground, and your chances of survival are pretty good. A great place for emergencies. Hey, Pilot Luke. Hi. I fly this aircraft in real life. Need some help? Thrust levels need to be in the CLD tent. When was that? Was that on takeoff? Hey, Pilot Luke. Boy, I am so sorry that I wasn't paying attention to the chat, sir. I don't really get too many people ever checking in. Let me see if you're still there. You may have tuned out. Screw this guy. Hey. Let me go to your channel now that you popped in. Go to channel and subscribe. Real Airbus Pilot. You better believe I'm subscribing. And you got a TikTok. Excellent. I am subscribed. Yes, absolutely, Captain. Absolutely. That's what this is all about. How fortunate am I as the recipient of somebody coming into my room and saying, hey, I do this for real. Do you want some help? Yeah. I mean, how lucky am I? That's like winning the lottery. Yeah, any suggestions you would want to give me, I am all ears, Captain. I am trying to do my best, that's for sure. That's awesome. Get back up to the flight deck here. Where are we at? 3 miles out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and... I want to go on to... So what I'm looking at here is Sky Vector. Maybe. There we go. So here's the Hugo VOR. And I now, in the autopilot, I'm set up to to go course heading 297 up to Lufsa, but I'm going to do that manually. So I come up here. Oh, let's change it in here first. 297 and set the course that way, and then 297. Okay. So now we will be following the 297 radial from HGO and making our way towards Lufsa. As soon as my practice is over, I will check out your channel more properly. Whoops. What I wanted was air traffic control. Let's see if I mixed anything. 2992.
Denver Center Kin, Juliet X-ray 509er is type Airbus A-320 5 miles south of Charlie Oscar 78, 12,000 feet, request flight following.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er Denver Center, squawk 2724.
Sorry about that. Why can't I change my squawk? 27, it's not responding.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er, did you hear my last transmission?
I did. But I can't seem to figure out what I'm doing wrong. It's not responding to my input. All on.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er, acknowledge last transmission.
I don't know. I'll just have to acknowledge it.
724 Kin.
But I know this is the right panel to do it in.
509er.
So I would type in 2724 and try to get that to pop up just like that.
Radar contact 12 miles south of Charlie.
Okay.
78, 12,000 feet. Altimeter 29er. 9er 2.
That's in the right spot. Back over to VOR, and Lufsa is no, we're 9.4 away.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er, did you copy?
Roger Kin, Juliet X-ray 509er. Denver Center Kin, Juliet X-ray 509er, 2 miles southwest of Charlie Oscar 78, 12,000 foot, request IFR to Centennial, ready to copy.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er is cleared to Centennial Airport as filed. Squawk 2724.
And that's already in there.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er cleared to Centennial Airport as filed. Squawk 2724.
All right, I want to make
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er
1163 my primary.
12,000 feet, altimeter 29er. 9er 2, continue to Lufs following heading 270, descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
And descend and maintain 10,000.
Continue to Lufs following heading 270, descend and maintain 10,000 foot. Kin Juliet X-ray 509er.
All right. So now that is on the What is the radial for that? I wanted 197. For the FQF. There we go. All right. So we're doing good. We're flying towards it. Good. Again, hey, Pilot Luke, and anybody else who's out there, cheers. Thanks for tuning in.
Juliet X-ray 50.
Hopefully I'm getting good marks on your scorecards today. Last night was horrible. I couldn't. Today is like light years away from last night. It's amazing what you can learn when you watch a couple of videos, or just sit there and figure it out. Like with the radio thing, I just figured that one out.
Ken Juliet X-ray 509er IFR flight plan is canceled.
No, that's what I get. I wasn't paying attention.
00. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Stupid.
Denver Center Ken Juliet X-ray 509er is type Airbus A-320 N 10 miles southwest of Kilo.
I just need to keep my head down and shut up.
10,600 feet.
About it.
Request flight following.
Ken Juliet X-ray 509er Denver Center. Squawk 0356.
Squawk 0356 Ken.
0356.
X-ray 509er.
Ken Juliet X-ray 509er radar contact 10 miles southwest of Kilo 405. Delta 10,000 feet. Altimeter 29er. 9er 2.
Roger and Roger.
Roger Ken Juliet X-ray 509er.
Now since we canceled
Juliet X-ray 509er contact Vancouver Center on 125. 9er 5. Good day.
12595.
125. 9er 5 for Ken Juliet X-ray 509er. Vancouver Center Ken.
Vancouver.
Juliet X-ray 509er.
Oh crap.
29er.
No.
2 radar contact continue to luffs.
I apologize if you've been hearing an echo up to this point. My desktop audio was on. I'm sorry about that. Continue to luffs. Descent down 10,000 feet. Good. Since they canceled the flight plan on me a minute ago, I'm going ahead and try to retry.
Juliet X-ray 509er 2 miles west of Kilo 405 Delta 10,000 foot request IFR to Centennial ready to copy. Ken Juliet X-ray 509er is cleared to Centennial Airport as filed. Squawk 0356.
0356.
Ken Juliet X-ray 509er cleared to Centennial Airport as filed. Squawk 0356. Ken Juliet X-ray 509er read back correct. Radar contact 10,000 feet altimeter 29er.
All right, so now I want to take it out of manual.
265 descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
And I want to put it back into managed. There we go. And make it now go direct to luffs.
Ken Juliet X-ray 509er, please acknowledge. Continue to luffs following heading 265 descend and maintain 10,000 foot Ken Juliet X-ray 509er.
We're at 10. The ATIS is 2992.
X-ray 509er climb and maintain 10,500 feet.
10-5. Roger. Oops.
Climb and maintain 10,500 foot kin Juliet X-ray 509er. Kin Juliet X-ray 509er climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Climb and maintain 11,000 foot kin Juliet X-ray 509er.
Okay. Lovely day here in Colorado Springs, no? Hear her. Where is she? You there? All right, nearing the 4 o'clock hour here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Pardon me. Bijou bottom strip. Okay. Oops, wrong button. I think we put the ILS in. Let me double check. Yeah, 1113. And the course heading on the ILS is $350.
Juliet X-ray 509er contact, Denver approach on 124. 9 or 5. Good day.
Okay. So, Captain, what I see is that the frequency 1113, course setting 350, 9,000 feet at Furpy, 8,000 feet at G-Dog, and that's what we'll turn on our approach.
Juliet X-ray 509er,
Hey.
acknowledge last transmission. Vancouver Center Kin, Juliet X-ray 509er, say again, please. Kin Juliet X-ray 509er contact, Denver approach on 124. 9 or 5. Good day. Going to 124. 9 or 5 Kin Juliet X-ray 509er.
Nine or 9.5.
Denver approach, Kin Juliet X-ray.
Okay, and I see here that if something goes wrong, I got to climb to 7,400 feet. Turn to a heading 100 degrees, climb to 9,200 feet, go to FQF, And on the 197 radial
Contact. Continue to
at the ho-hum waypoint. What did she just say? 2992 radar contact, continue to ho-hum. And we're on our way. Maybe they shouldn't be that loud. I don't know about in your ears, Captain, but maybe that's a little too loud. I like some noise, but it does my head in after a while. Line B, circle 8. It's pretty. On a completely different subject, are you a foodie? So I'm already thinking ahead about what I have to do as soon as I'm done with this and wrap this up. Christine wants, well, I think I may want it more than she does. She bought some nice chicken breasts. She wants me to stuff them. She wants me to do like a cream cheese stuffing. Philadelphia cream cheese. So she's hooked me up with all that. So I might do something like cordon bleu, because we've got some ham in there somewhere from this last week. So I'm thinking about what I got to do when I'm done landing and done with this practice, Captain. Let's fly my way into the kitchen and knock out something interesting along the cordon bleu line. Got some great panko in there. All right, we're coming up on ho-hum here. Get me back in the cockpit, please. There we go. Ho-hum. Ho-hum is 8,110 feet, but they haven't given me anything. There's our decel point. $9,000. Can I request an altitude change? Or are they going to tell me to come down? Fine.
Denver approach Kin Juliet X-ray 509er. Request 8,500 feet.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er.
Nope.
Request denied.
Okay. Alrighty then. We'll just wait and see what happens. But we've absolutely got to be down to 8,000 feet behind G-Dog. Shouldn't they be vectoring us in or putting us in? Am I already screwing up something? Do I have to contact Kappa? All I can do is cancel. All right, well, let's just hang on here and see what happens. Should be doing a circle here. But the green line's broke. Okay, so let me see if I can get this back to FERPy. Okay, good. Front range is so lovely. Doing my first flying earlier today, and I should say the first flying. I've been in the British Vancouver area before, but never really like, sightseeing. Did my first sightseeing really today around British Columbia, and boy, it is beautiful there too. What a lovely planet. Okay, so we're in the Castle Rock vicinity. There's Prairie Park. So that means Castle Rock is right here. No, I'm wrong. Or am I? Prairie Park. Yeah, there's Castle Rock right there.
Maintain 9,000 feet.
Thank you, ATC. That's what I was waiting for.
Descend and maintain 9,000 foot kin Juliet X-ray 509er.
And now we should be coming down to 8,000 feet. I don't know if they're going to tell me to do it or not. I'm going to start coming down. That's too close. Still above the glide slope. I think you're down.
Kin Juliet X-ray 509er, you are 9 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 35 our approach via XB transition. Cleared to XB. Kin Juliet X-ray 509er, you are 8 miles south of Centennial. Contact Centennial Tower on 118. 9er when inbound.
Tower on 118. 9er kin Juliet X-ray 509er. Centennial Tower kin Juliet X-ray 509er 6 miles south inbound ILS runway 35 our approach.
I'm way above the glide slope now.
X-ray 509er
Oh no.
Altimeter 29er. 902 cleared ILS runway tree 5R.
Oh no. I missed my approach point. I'm gonna turn off the autopilot. Oh, I can't. Can I? Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, probably not a good idea. This is where I failed. I should do go around, but I gotta get to the kitchen. Only had so much time for the practice. This is not gonna be good. All right. Not a good idea.
X-ray 509er, did you copy?
Cleared ILS runway tree 5, our approach Kin.
No, that's just too steep, too dangerous.
50.
Maybe.
King Juliet X-ray 509er wind 262 at 4. Cleared.
Yeah, I know.
Runway tree 5R.
Everything was fine up to that point.
King Juliet X-ray 509er, please acknowledge.
One moment, ATC. Oh, what happened there? Oh my. Oh, Dickens.
King Juliet
Oh boy.
509er, please acknowledge.
And I'm lagging real bad.
Juliet X-ray 509er, contact ground on 1.
It was sad. So what is that? Why am I lagging so bad? Did I just freeze the thing? The simulator's like, no. So what is causing the master alarm to go off? What's going on here? Says parking brake on. Auto flight approach off. Oh, and now that's one thing I don't like about the this. Let's see if we can get back out to ho hum. Something like that. My throttle is stuck. I've got no throttle response in the on my joystick. And I'm locked here too. So I'm not really sure what's going on. My throttle is completely locked. Bubba. Yeah, the simulator's the simulator's giving up on me. Said that was a valiant attempt, mister, but you totally screwed up the landing. Well, I was trying to make it right. I was trying to get back out to ho hum and gonna give it another shot. Yeah, it crashed on me. Oh well. It was so much better. That was 99% better than yesterday. 99% better than last night. Last night I couldn't get it to change altitude. Even I think my whole computer's starting to crash. Let's see. No, it's hanging in there. That's the wrong cover art. That's the right one. There we go. Oh, thank you for stopping in. I can't. You being there made all the difference. I was trying so much harder because I knew that you were there. And I'm sorry to totally let you down. on the landing, I took my eye off the ball for 2 seconds, and that's all it takes coming in there. And I didn't hit the approach button right when I needed to, and everything up to that point was so good. But again, 99% better than last night. Last night, again, I couldn't get her to go up and down. She wasn't responding. I could not figure out how to enter in the VOR. I could not figure out how to get it to enter in the proper ILS. So I'm very happy with today's practice. And I hope you are relatively too. Okay. Yeah, off to the kitchens to make something cordon bleu like, and then I'd like to be back for another evening practice. Tonight I might do another one of these because I feel like I failed and I really want to nail an ILS landing. But I've got to also learn the 737. So many of the jobs in the career mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 are in the 737 now. And it's so different in my head compared to the Airbus, and I haven't quite worked out all the little differences between them to get an ILS to work in that either. So that's probably what I'll come back and do in a couple hours. Thank you for tuning in.